So you and I are writers who use Apple Gear. I think that means we should get more out of it, and I think it means, well, come on, we're writers. We're not made of money. For once, Apple has actually done something to save us cash. The new Apple One bundle can save you money under very specific circumstances. Hello, I'm William Gallagher and this is 58 Keys. 58 Keys, it's a video series that's always about how writers like us can get more out of our Macs, out of our iPhones and our iPads. But it is also part of a larger project, a whole collection of online courses and materials based on the idea that, yeah, we've spent all this money on Apple Gear. Now let's actually get writing and keep writing and finish too. So do please subscribe to 58 Keys, but also add yourself to my mailing list, would you? There's a link in the show notes. I never know where they go. But for now, money and Apple One. Launched on October the 31st, 2020, Apple One is a bundle, a collection of services. If you want the services, Apple One can be a bargain, and if you don't, well, it isn't, is it? The interesting thing, the interesting area is the bit in between. I mean, look, Apple has this range of services and they appeal to different people. Apple Music, it's surely the most universally popular. I mean, I think it's fantastic. I've done a whole 58 Keys just enthusing about that, and especially about the slightly more expensive family sharing version, which means 5 of you can enjoy it as much as any of you like. For me, there's also the extra iCloud storage option. That's proved to be essential. And also for me, every month when the subscription comes around, I have a little tussle over whether I think Apple News Plus is worth it to me or not. I mean, sometimes it's right on the bubble. I could go either way, keeping it or ditching it. But then there's also Apple TV Plus, which I don't really have any strong feelings about. And the games platform, Apple Arcade, which I do have very strong feelings about. There is no possible way on this earth that I will ever have an Apple Arcade subscription. Except now I do, I've got one. Because it's included in the Apple One bundle that I just switched to. Apple One, which truly, seriously, it sounds like the name of a starship or something. It comes in 3 versions, 3 plans. It starts with one called an individual plan, then there's a family one, and then lastly there's a premier one, which is the one I bought. If you have any Apple services, then your iPhone will recommend one of these plans that, in theory, is going to save you money. Might do, might not. The individual plan costs $14.95 per month. That's either £14.95 or $14.95, depending on where you are. And for that, you get Apple Music, you get Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and 50 gigabytes of extra iCloud storage. One important thing, though, that Apple Music is the individual one, not the family sharing version. If you get this Apple One tier, this plan, no one else in your household can use it. Spend $19.95 per month, and you get the family plan, which obviously includes that really useful family sharing of Apple Music. And again, it has Apple TV Plus, it has Apple Arcade, and in this one you get 200 gigabytes of extra iCloud storage. Then lastly, there's the Premier plan, which is $29.95 per month, and it has everything Apple's got. Apple Music, family sharing version, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, Apple News Plus, and later in 2020 it will also have Apple Fitness Plus. And this time you get 2 terabytes of extra iCloud storage. Let me say something unreservedly positive. When Apple One came out, the minute it rolled out, I was actually writing about it for appleinsider.com, and I immediately signed up for it. Before I'd actually finished writing about it, I had taken up the Premier plan for Apple One. I did it for some really specific reasons, though, and as quickly as I bought it, I didn't do that without thought. We already knew what the prices were. I'd already worked through the details with a spreadsheet. I did that because Well, I already use several services. I mean, for instance, I was already a devoted fan of the family sharing version of Apple Music. I needed 2 terabytes of extra iCloud storage, which again is shared across the family. Most of the time I like Apple News Plus. So just thinking of those and just adding up the cost of those, swapping to Apple One meant I could save a couple of pounds per month. That is the cold reason why I swapped. The slightly warmer reason is that I actually realised with it costing a little less, I was actually much happier to keep Apple News Plus. The decision felt like it went away. And then there's also the fact that the Premier version is going to get Apple Fitness Plus in the same price. And we're writers, aren't we? We might need some fitness help. So Apple Fitness Plus is going to be a boon for me. I do not think that I would buy it on its own. It's going to be another $9.95 per month if you did, but coming free as part of the bundle, now that's tempting. Similarly, the bundle means I get Apple TV Plus, which is fine, and Apple Arcade, which is just not for me. And that's actually why Apple is doing this, I think. At some point, Apple's going to make an announcement that Apple Arcade and Apple TV Plus are these fantastic successes with these amazing numbers of subscribers. And they will not quite mention that, I don't know, a third, a half, whatever it is, of people who have it have only got them because they're in the bundle they've got anyway. Let them. I'm getting services I like, and at least one I'll never use, plus some I will try because I've got them anyway, and overall it's costing me a little less than before. So think about what Apple services, if any, you use already and like using right now. Then I think you can look on top of that of whether there are any others that you fancy. But I think you're going to make that decision to buy Apple One based on whether it saves you money or not. Which means, I think, and according to my spreadsheet, if your iPhone recommends to you either the individual or the family plan, it's probably not worthwhile. Not unless you are keen on Apple Arcade or Apple TV Plus. Neither individual nor family will save you money without that. The Premier version is more likely to, but again, I mean, it helps if you're mad keen on Apple Arcade or Apple TV Plus. But then that 2 terabyte of extra iCloud storage, that's possibly what tips the balance. It did for me. So I'll say it again. I switched to Apple One's Premier plan immediately. I mean instantly when it was launched and rolled out. It was worth it to me financially, and I enjoy that I feel better about Apple News Plus. I enjoy that I and my whole family are going to use Apple Fitness Plus. I did try out Apple Arcade. Yeah, well, look, maybe it's a good thing that I don't like Apple Arcade, and surely the real reason for it is just that I don't happen to be a gamer. You may well be. I mean, unlike you, I like writing mostly. So now I get to do that with Apple Music in my ears, plus I get to research and relax with more magazines than I ever have in years because of Apple News Plus. I think you need to choose carefully whether to buy Apple One or not, but I also think that there's enough here that it is worth your time choosing carefully, working through the options. That's it for 58 Keys this time. Do remember to subscribe and to check out my mailing list as well for courses and videos about getting down to actually writing, about doing what we are here supposed to do. Also, actually about the business of writing. There's some of that too. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourself, okay? And I'll see you soon.